Hello, this is Kath at Woodlab. We are going to do a little need to know about using Woodlab before you arrive. Here's a little run through of what I'll be talking about. So we're normally open between 9 to 5. If you need to work outside of those hours, just have a word with us and we will work something out. We don't allow any lone working with tools on site unless certain things are in place, so you'd need to speak with us about doing that if it's necessary. When you arrive, you can park next to the toilet block or down the side of the track, and if you need to drop stuff off, you can do that on the forecourt in front of the workshop. So bring your stuff over, kick it out, and then get your wheels the heck out of there and park them somewhere else. Now, you've probably heard this a lot, but like others, we're doing our best to be COVID safe. Basically because one irresponsible person can affect everyone in Woodlab. So, that could put them out of work for weeks. So we're pretty on it with that. It's all the usual stuff. If you're feeling ill, stay home, don't come in. Or if you've encountered someone with COVID symptoms within the last 2 weeks, stay home, don't come in. And if you start to feel unwell while you're here, let us know and then go home and look after yourself. Hand washing and respiratory hygiene. If you are in Woodlab, you need to wash and sanitize your hands regularly. We've got hand sanitizers by each of the main doors and we've got hand washing facilities in the kitchen. If you blow your nose, touch your mouth, eat something or touch something that other people would have touched, you need to wash your hands, and please don't lick anyone's face. So I guess the other thing to add on that is if you could just cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze, that's great. Apparently elbow is the way to do it, but that's just manners, right? That's just a nice thing to do that predates COVID. So get involved with that, that would be mega. Cleaning measures, keeping the site clean is part of the deal of just being with us anyway. But in terms of COVID, when you turn up, your work area is going to be clean. When you leave, it should be clean too. So when you touch something that others will also touch, you need to do so with clean hands, and then you need to sanitize that afterwards. I mean, basically, not touching anything that's not yours while you're at Woodlab is probably the best way to minimize your time spent sanitizing stuff, because Lord knows that gets old fast. When a machine is clean and safe to use, you'll see a sign on it which indicates it's ready for you to use. After you use it, clean it, and then put the sign back on. Social distancing. We're asking everyone to keep 2 meters apart from each other while you're with us. If you do have to go within the magic 2 meters, try and keep your back to them and turn it into a dance. Otherwise, we're counting it as an illegal move. For the time being, Al Tempest is your main lad when it comes to that sort of main point of contact for all of the stuff you can see listed here. This will change in the future, but we'll let you know when it does. We'll give you a shout. So, inside the building, come to the main entrance. Al or someone should be in the office. If he's not, if you can't find anyone, give Al a call. It's likely he's lurking in the woods. That's kind of the standard, so just give him a shout. As you come in, the office is on your left, the meeting room is on your right, and access to the workshop and kitchen are beyond that. If you haven't done your inductions, and if you haven't signed a user agreement, it is not okay to go into the workshop. That's just standard. Remember to sanitize your hands on the way in, and the whole time you're inside, keep to those COVID measures. Cannot stress that enough. The kitchen is well equipped and here for you to use while you're with us. Store your food, use the hob, the cooker, the microwave, the fridge, the kettle, all of it. Just make sure you do that with clean hands, and then, sanitize as you go. So Woodlab gets very busy with lots of people trying to do lots of different things. Assume there is always somebody nearby and move carefully around the workshop, especially when you're carrying things. We don't want any comedy accidents with giant bits of wood and tools. Now, Woodlab is a community space. That means that we look out for and we help each other. Other people's stuff is their stuff, simple as. Don't move it, touch it, use it, without speaking to them first. We're really, really strict on this. It's so easy to unknowingly cost someone a lot of time and money by interfering. for the love of God, put stuff back. It's like a real fast track way to piss everyone off by keeping stuff that you are not using. A cardinal sin is to mix up Woodlab stuff with your stuff and inadvertently take it home. That makes us very sad and very angry. Things that belong to Woodlab are very easily seen because they are marked in glorious pink. Everyone depends on the tools and equipment here, so if you blunt them, chip them, or otherwise mess them up, that's going to mess them up for everyone. The golden rule is if you break it, you fix it, or you pay for it to be fixed. So care for them like they're your own. Report anything that gets broken as well, or if you see something that needs attention, let us know and we can get on it so it's not holding anyone up. We cannot, do not, and absolutely will not tolerate cleaning up your mess. It's your job, hands down. So that means washing up your plates and your mugs and leaving all the places that you've worked tidy. We're not singling you out. We're not saying you're a messy little so-and-so, but we all have to do this. We all have to tidy up as we go, so get involved. We've got a 3 strikes policy. If you keep doing really annoying or dangerous stuff, eventually we are just going to ask you to not come back, and we like you, we want you here, so just don't do that stuff. Simple, plain and simple. You can leave your tools and materials at Woodlab when you're with us, but we do recommend that you use our lockers where you can. We can't take any responsibility for your stuff while it's here. So do make sure your insurance covers your tools and your stuff, while you're with us. There are cameras in Woodlab and other security stuff on some of the equipment, just so you know. If you end up needing a key for whatever reason, that comes with the greatest level of responsibility, and you must follow the lockup and alarm setting procedure. In order to book some workspace or an induction at Woodlab, just fill out the online inquiry form. Once we get the gist of what it is you want to do, we will either give you a call or we'll drop you an email and we'll get things rolling. At some point, you will have to give us some money. When that happens will very much depend on what you're trying to do, but we'll let you know how to do this and we'll figure that all out. Everyone needs to have had an induction on the tools and machinery before we can let you loose. Depending on what machines or tools that you might want to use, you'll be sent a how to use document which you must read through before turning up at site. Then when you arrive, you'll be given an assessment, after which, providing that you've passed, you will be left to your own devices. Now, as we are a not-for-profit organisation, we do try and make ourselves as affordable as possible, and that is ultimately so that you, the maker, can be as profitable as you can be. We are really excited to meet you. We look forward to seeing you at the Woodlab, and we're really keen to see your project. So come on down and hang out with us in the woods. We can't wait. We'll see you soon.